I got 3 rifles, same brand, same shooter. Today I'm pitting my 2 SSG10s against my brand new Novritsch SSG11. We're going head to head and I'm going to look at range, consistency, and performance. No hype. My SSG11 has a much bigger cylinder volume than my 2 SSG10s. It also has a larger hop-up window and comes equipped with a TDC. But does that mean increased performance? When I got my SSG10A3 right out of the box, man, this thing was shooting so far right, I couldn't even adjust my scope to compensate. I replaced the inner barrel, the outer barrel, the hop-up bucking, and even removed that nasty orange tip, and it was still shooting so far right, I couldn't compensate. So I bought a full thrust kit for my A3 and that completely solved the problem. And then one day I was looking at my stock non-full thrust barrel and I noticed a little white tip on the inside of my inner barrel. My BBs were bouncing off the inner barrel and bouncing off to one side. So I ordered a brand new hop-up chamber, completely solved the problem. I'm telling you this story because I had the same freaking problem with my SSG11. BBs were shooting so far right, I couldn't compensate with my scope. So I put about 200 bio BBs through this SSG11 and wouldn't you notice, right here on one side of my nasty orange tip, there was a little dot. BBs bouncing off this orange tip off to one side. Now that I got all 3 of these guys working, let me compare them with you. I had my SSG10A3 for about 2 years. I finagled it, engineered it, did all sorts of stuff to it, and I finally got a 100-yard shot with it. What made the difference in that 100-yard shot was I put his TDC right here on my SSG10A3, and I was able to fine-tune my hop so I could reach out 100 yards, but it still had quite an arc to it, as you can see in these videos. Right out of the box, my SSG10A1 shot as straight as an arrow. As soon as I got it, I removed that nasty orange tip and I installed a TreeDOS TDC, and that made one heck of a difference, and I was able to get several 100-yard shots with this almost immediately. Now here's a few mind-blowing shots I made with my SSG10A1. Now keep in mind, for both my A1 and my A3 here, I put some hacks into it. I put the Coke can hack, I polished the barrel, I put a weighted piston in them, and they both have TDCs. And with those 4 hacks in both of my rifles, I'm able to make 100-yard shots consistently. However, the BBs have quite an arc that you saw before. Let me show you that again. The only thing I did in these upcoming videos with my SSG11 was I removed the nasty orange tip, added a silencer, and also put a cover on my TDC. I have a habit of doing the C-clamp on my rifles, and I kept hitting this TDC thumb wheel. Now, with this cover on it, I don't have that problem anymore. After putting on the cover and removing that nasty orange tip, believe it or not, on my second day of playing with this rifle, I got me a 100-yard shot. Let's look at it. Now let's look at these videos of some long distance shots I made with my SSG11, and what I want you to look and see if there's an arc to the BB. My SSG11 does not have a full thrust in it. I'm shooting .49 gram BBs. I had to put in a whole bunch of enhancements in these rifles, including full thrust, to get the same performance as I did in this SSG11 non-full thrust. I cannot imagine what a full thrust would be like in the SSG11. And as soon as my wife approves the funds, you bet your butt I'm getting one. Now, what's the good news with all of this? With the SSG11 out, it's going to be a lot higher demand. There's going to be a lower demand for the SSG10A1 and A3. And I bet Novritsch is going to drastically lower the price of the SSG10. You're going to be able to pick up an SSG10 for a lower price, add those enhancements I talked about earlier, and get really close to SSG11 performance. As a matter of fact, I have links to all those videos on the enhancements down in the description so you can look at them yourself. Now, how does the SSG11 compare to my SSG10s? Hands down, this thing kicks their butt. With no performance enhancements, this thing has superior performance to both my SSG10s with enhancements. Thanks for watching to the end, dudes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also hype this video so that everybody else can see it and can know how awesome this SSG11 is. I got a playlist right here of all these enhancement videos that I talked. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Have a good one. I'll be looking for you on the field in my scope. This is Shreq, over and out.